Big uprising on the streets of Nepal. That's the story we are tracking at this hour. Stone pelting arson on the streets of Nepal continues on your screens. Protesters throw stones at cops in Nepal. Government has lifted the ban, but vandalism and arson rage on. Netas in Nepal are coming under attack as well, where their homes have been vandalized at this point in time. Nepal Prime Minister Oli could be leaving the country for Dubai, is what we are learning. Listen in to my colleague Rohit Singh.
बीरगंज की तस्वीर हम दिखा रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से नेपाल का बीरगंज भी जो इस वक्त है वो इस पूरे जो हिंसा चल रही है उसके वजह से सुलग रहा है। कैमरा पर्सन दीपक कुमार और गणेश शंकर के साथ रोहित सिंह, बीरगंज, नेपाल आज तक।
Minister cited treatment reasons to go to Dubai. To tell our viewers, 20 people have died, 400 have been injured in the protests that are taking place in Nepal. As we speak, our team from India today is in strife-torn Kathmandu, already getting you up to speed with the very latest from Nepal, where tensions essentially continue to simmer. The ban on social media, though we understand, has been lifted. However, tensions continue in the country. India has also urged its citizens in Nepal to, in fact, exercise caution and adhere to the steps and guidelines issued by the Nepalese authorities, is what the Ministry of External Affairs has said in an advisory. A worrying situation there, where stone pelting is what is being seen against the paramilitary staff here. This was the Generation Z, the Gen Z revolution, where it is being said that they were raising their voices against the corruption within the administration, within the government, and of course the crackdown on social media, essentially it is being alleged, to quieten the voices of those who are opposing the government and its policies. Amit Bhardwaj getting in more details from the capital city of Kathmandu. I'm going to go straight across to Amit at this point in time. Amit, what does it look like right now? Tell us more. Where exactly are you? Does this violence continue even now?
Sneha, I'm bringing exclusive report on India today from the violence-hit areas of Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Where I'm standing right now, this is the Gaushala road, and I'm nearly a kilometer away from the street where the violence has just erupted, and now the protesters are moving to some other spot, and sloganeering continues to be on the ground against directly the Prime Minister of Nepal. And many of these youngsters, and especially the elderly, are saying that this could be the turning moment for Nepal, because we need to also identify what's happening on the ground. When this protest started, it was all about the Gen Z crowd being angry about the ban on the social media platforms, but it is no more about the social media regulation and restriction that was put in place by the Oli government. Rather, it is an anger. It's a of revolution for them. And what is the difference between the yesterday's violence, protest, and the crackdown by the police and the armed police, to be very specific, is that it has actually triggered even more stronger response since this morning, where not only the Gen Z, but also those from, in their late 30s, 40s, or maybe in their 50s, even they are joining, and women are joining in large numbers. Their teachers have, since morning, when I was in front of the parliament, when protesters had literally taken over the entirety of the
Be with us. I'll try and see if I can go back to him. Bit of a patchy network there. But this is the information that is getting to us. The Prime Minister, I understand, is set to leave the country, citing health reasons. What about these pictures, Amit, of violence and stone pelting that we are seeing at this point in time? Where is this really from? Okay, we'll try and connect with Amit in a moment from now. We're tracking that story from Kathmandu very closely. Om Murthy, a social activist, is with us. Om Murthy, talk to us about the current situation as we speak. How do things look like? Because yesterday was particularly bad, isn't it?
Yeah. First of all, I want to clarify one thing that all the international media since yesterday were covering or misinformation that this strike of Generation Z was for social media ban, but it was not the main issue at all. The main issue was corruption. After the democracy was established in 1990, and the political parties have not performed to their best to satisfy the need of people. So it was a cumulative frustrations over the period of years which has made the generation come on the street and speak against the system. So it is not against a particular government or person, it is about the system. They are not trying to accept the system prevailing in the country, they want changes in that.
Also talk to us about what has now been communicated by the government to all of the young people who are out on the streets. You've mentioned about how there is, this has been simmering for a while. Now, what exactly are the concerns of the younger population in your country?
Yeah, younger population is a big issue is employment and education. So most of them they have to go outside the country despite their wish. And so this issue is very frustrating over a period of a decade or more. So they want good employment system, education and many other things which is not up to the mark, and corruption according to them is increasing. So it was an unexpected thing from the new generation, because the older generation were thinking that this generation are not much interested for the national interest, they want to go outside the country. But it has made everybody wrong that no, this generation is also equally interested in the national interest and they want changes, and right now.
Talk to us about the disappointment that you all have with your current political dispensation in the country. What is it that you
No,
demand? What is it that you have been saying? We also hear that the Nepalese Prime Minister could be leaving the country.
no, this is the new thing I have heard. There is no official announcement for that, official information. We are also keeping watch on the national news. So this may be just a rumor. But at the present, all the protesters, they are just trying to, they are organic. They have come on their own. They want no invasion from the old political system in their demands. They want a new system which is directly elected prime minister and many other things they have put. But exact their demands are not have come out because it is not an organized movement. It is like an individual coming together for a single purpose, and the single purpose is the dissatisfaction from the current system, democratic system, what is prevailing in the country. They want modification in that. They want that people should get the demands in health, education, employment, and there should be no corruption. That is the main agenda of this movement.
All right, you're up in arms mainly because on these issues is what is now being clarified. I'm going to thank you for joining in with your views on that.